Senate. Christine, I'm with you. This Tea Party movement is with you. Here in Delaware and across the nation, we need Christine O'Donnell in the United States Senate. You know, it's special. It's special, and it's even a little bit humbling to be here in Dover. As all of you well know, it's the capital of our nation's first state. It says a lot about the state of things that the largest and fastest growing employer in this city is not any private sector company. It's the government of this state. This government is growing and growing, and I've yet to hear this administration, its allies, Democratic incumbents here in Dover define any parameters to its limitations. But when I come to Dover, and I know many of you are from here, I don't think much about state government. My vision's always been that at Dover Air Base. It's 2 miles from here. And I ask this audience today, how many of this nation's great patriots have been brought through Dover on their final voyage in this world after falling victim in their best efforts to defend and advance the interests of this great nation? This city holds special and sacred ground in the minds of all Americans. It was here in Dover, the victims of the 1986 Space Shuttle Challenger, the 2003 Space Shuttle Columbia, the military personnel from the 9/11 attacks, and servicemen from every battle between freedom and totalitarianism of modern times returned here to our great nation for the last time. About 50,000 fallen servicemen have passed through Dover since 1955. Americans who fought and died almost all at the dawn of their promising lives, all for the vision we gather here today to defend. Today, gathering here again in Dover, let's reflect on some good news. From town to town, from village to village, from city to city, from state to state, this Tea Party movement has spread like a grass fire. 30 million Americans now profess themselves a part of it. You are answering the challenge, and today we send this message to all Americans who believe in the vision of our founders, defined in Philadelphia 234 years ago. Join us in defending and advancing American liberty. Whatever your politics, whatever your political party affiliation, whatever your race or gender or ethnic origin, you have a home in this Tea Party movement. We want you with us. We need your help. We welcome your ideas and guidance. Stand with us. But we also send a message to those who will place the love of power over the love of liberty, who will use government and politics toward their own ideological lens, who will abandon the vision of our founders. This Tea Party movement will oppose you, we will fight you, and we will, mark my words, defeat and remove you. What brings us together today is a shared vision and a few core values. And let's walk through a few of these, because I know, and you know, they're very sensible, they're very understandable, and they're very much at the root of American greatness. And you know, liberals and the media elite, they keep trying to pretend they don't understand the Tea Party movement. You catch MSNBC, there's Rachel Maddow with her goofy little laugh directed at us. Keith Olbermann with his fake sense of rage against us. Ed, whatever his name is, spitting all kinds of untruths about us just about every night. Let's ask these guys. Listen up, friends. Let there be no confusion. The Tea Party movement vision is this. First, this Tea Party movement knows, as our founding fathers knew, that the liberty of man is not granted us by government. Government does not own that liberty. It has no right to give or take liberty. Our liberty is granted to us by God. And that is why we're not bashful in saying we are still one nation, not above God, not without God. We are one nation under God. Jefferson said it simply. Jefferson said, the God who gave us life gave us liberty. And we say, Mr. Obama, Mr. Reid, Ms. Pelosi, American liberty is truly a gift of God, and this liberty is not yours to take. Second, we are a nation of laws, not of men. Our law is the Constitution of the United States, and no other. And so when we say, when the First Amendment of our Constitution says that Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peacefully assemble as you have today and to petition the government for a redress of grievances, don't try to implement a fairness doctrine to silence conservative voices with which you disagree. And the Second Amendment of our Constitution states that the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It means just that. Those rights shall not, by any means, be infringed. When the 10th Amendment of our Constitution states that the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by the states, are reserved to the states respectively or the people, do not tell us why we are required to purchase a product we may not want and may not need. Do not seek to grab powers not afforded to you and strictly prohibited under this Constitution. John Adams instructed us with these words: nip the shoots of arbitrary power in the bud is the only maxim which can ever preserve the liberties of any people. We do that today. You know, last summer, like a lot of you, I had the good fortune of being here for a great event in Dover. And we went through a bunch of issues at that time, and many of you heard the message. We all agreed at that time that there was nothing standing in the way of tyranny in this nation except this Tea Party movement. There are many great conservative organizations in Washington. We like them. We support them. Many of us have had support for the Republican Party in this country, even though it's lost its ways at some times. But let there be no confusion. This Tea Party movement is the last bastion. We will succeed and prevail and usher in a new century of liberty, or we will fail. And as our founders warned us, for many years in no other nation, liberty will never promise. Now, we talked a little bit about Constitution, nation under God. This Tea Party movement also has believed, and I think all of you share this belief, that America is unique among nations of the world. The liberties and achievements of this nation are unmatched, and while we seek peace and good relations with all nations, we do not turn to the United Nations or the World Bank or any multinational body to preserve or protect American liberties and prosperities. Those liberties, those responsibilities are those of us Americans. That autonomy is us, the United States of America. We send that message today. Second, capitalism and free market. You know, to be sure, and to be fair about it, it's not a perfect system, but it's the most perfect that we've discovered anywhere around the world to date. And that means that most people of this nation must be afforded the right to succeed and the right to fail. And when they fail, we offer them the right to get right back up, shake off the dirt, and try again. That's what's unique about the United States of America. This Tea Party movement embraces that concept. A lot of us warned in 2008 when Obama famously told Joe the plumber that his goal was to spread the wealth around, that we were headed in a direction that was the absolute antithesis of that vision. This nation builds opportunity, wealth, prosperity, and ultimately security by protecting and advancing the rights of individuals. That is at the core of this Tea Party movement. Third, all of you know well, this Tea Party movement has also stood T for tax enough already. This nation is overtaxed. Pure and simple overtaxed. Federal taxes, state taxes, sales taxes, property taxes, inheritance taxes. The list goes on and on, as all of you know well. Our prosperity is not enhanced when government takes money from its citizens. Our prosperity is enhanced when our citizens are allowed to keep that money, to spend it